Hey everybody, it's Garrett here with Nordstick. I just wanted to go over the new product we have called the OmniBands. Super excited about this product, and in this video I'm going to show you 50 different ways you can use it for your workouts at home. So first way, we have a door anchor. I'll show you how you can slide it over your door and get to using it. Another thing we did with this is we added a loop right under the door anchor so that you can loop this around and attach it to a pull-up bar. So that's how you would set it up like that. Imagine my arm is the pull-up bar, and now you have it on there. It's a great way to scale pull-ups with the bands, and you have one for each foot. You can use 2 bands for extra help, 1 band for less help. So there's 4 ways you can use it. It has an adjustable strap, so this replaces the whole entire band setup that you have. With this, you are able to get over 40 different tension variations with the OmniBand, which is awesome. So if you had a whole band set, you can replace them all with just one product, the OmniBands, and they'll actually give you more variations and more way to kind of fine tune your progress and know exactly how you're doing. So I'm just going to show you guys how to slide it over a door. This is the door anchor. You're going to take this and you're going to just slide it over top like that. Make sure the door's secure, but that's going to be how you set it up for upper body movements and Nordic curls. So now I'm going to get down. I have my Nordstick and my NordPad set up. I'm going to put my Nordstick over top of my heels, pull the strap super tight, and then I'm just going to loosen this band. I've been practicing my Nordic curls, so I don't need too much help. The more you tighten it, the more help it's going to be. The less you tighten it, the easier it's going to be. And there's lines so you can figure out which level you're at and progress very incrementally. One cool thing about this is when it's max tension, you're getting about 150 pounds. When it's minimum tension with 1 band, you're getting around 5 to 10 pounds. So it offers a wide range of resistances from 10 all the way up to 150 pounds. So it should be able to help anybody get their first Nordic curl. We added these handles so that you can hold them when you're doing Nordic curls. So it's a little bit more comfortable. It won't dig into your shoulder. I'm going to start with 2 bands, which is easier than 1 band, and show you kind of how to go. So you're just going to hold these 2. You're going to lower down and pull yourself up. So why I like bands as the best regression for Nordic curls is because it is the only tool that allows you to do a full range Nordic curl with good technique, and it provides assistance the whole way. As you lower down into a Nordic curl, it gets exponentially harder the closer you get to the ground. Meaning it might be like 10% hard here, and then it's 150% hard when you get all the way to the ground. It just goes so much harder the closer you get, and that's just a physics thing with lever arms, which I'll explain in another video. But what makes bands such a perfect match for Nordic curls is bands provide very little assistance here when there's not much tension on them, and as you put more tension on them, they provide more and more assistance. So as I lower down into a Nordic curl, it's going to provide me more and more assistance the lower I get, matching that Nordic curl resistance curve. So it's just an easy way to get a perfect rep as you're progressing towards your first Nordic curl. I like training through the full range of motion versus other methods of regression like incline Nordics or Nordics to a target. They have their place. Definitely do them if you like them. I think all Nordic curls are good, but that's just shortening the range. If you were to do bicep curls, you would do full range bicep curls. You wouldn't do partial range reps to get success. You might include it a little bit in your training, but most people train full range bicep curls because of the benefits of full range training. Same thing with this. You're going to train throughout the full range versus an incline or a target, you're only going to train through that partial range of motion. Once you get good, you now can switch to 1 band. 1 band is going to be half as much assistance as the other band. So what I recommend is pulling the band up tighter, because now you're going to get less assistance, and lowering down into your Nordic curl and pulling back up. Just like any Nordic curl, that wasn't a really good example. You want to fight the whole way down, go as slow as you possibly can, and then this band will help you on the concentric side of things so that you can get a full range rep. So a little bit better rep, fight, 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 all the way down, touch, pull yourself back up. So now you're able to maintain a good technique throughout the full range of motion. And once you get all the way down to the bottom of this, if you can do a full rep like that, you're probably pretty close to doing a full range Nordic curl. So perfect for that. Now we'll flip to some lower body movements you can do with your OmniBands. So I'm just gonna kick off my shoes because I'm gonna be standing on a yoga mat. I'm gonna take this to the ground. I'm gonna put it here. And then I'm just gonna tighten this strap as tight as I can. That's just for video purposes so that it's easier for you guys to see. The first movement I'm gonna show you guys is reverse squats. So that's putting this band over your toes like this. You're gonna lay on your back and you're gonna pull your knees to your chest. This is a great way to strengthen your lower abs and your hip flexors. Another movement is TKEs. So TKEs are a great way to strengthen our quads. With this, showing kind of a side view, you're gonna let your knees track towards your toes. You're gonna then squeeze your quads and push back on the bands. This is a great way to strengthen your quads. It's very similar to reverse walking. It's the same exact motion as you walk back. So doing 30 or 40 of these is a great way to warm up your legs, get your quads activated prior to a run or a workout. One thing I want you to focus on with these is you're squeezing your quads and driving your knees back. You're not driving your butt back. So stand up nice and tall, let your knees go forward, and then it's just a quad squeeze. You'll feel a lot of fatigue with this. Next one, great way to warm up for hamstring, or with hamstring curls. So if you're doing Nordic curls, you're gonna lie on your stomach, put the band behind your ankles, and then you're just gonna pull your feet to your butt. You can do one band on each leg like this, or if you get stronger, you can switch. Thought I could do that. But now you can do 2 bands on one leg for a little bit more of a challenge. The further you pull yourself away, it's gonna make it even harder. So put that on. Now I'm farther away and this is really hard. So try that out. One other thing you can do for lower body is you can do hip movements. Sometimes in physical therapy world, we call these steamboats. I'm not sure why, but you can do hip abduction, work on strengthening your glutes, turn 90 degrees, hip extension, again, strengthening your glutes. Hip adduction, work on strengthening your adductors. And then another way to do hip flexion, keeping your legs straight throughout the movement. You can also bring your knee bent. This will be a little bit easier, pulling your knee to your chest, just like that. Another way you can do it, you can grab this just like this and stand back here. You can lower down into an airplane or RDL variation. With this, you're bringing your foot back and then you're just pulling. One more time with better balance. Pull like that. That's a great way to warm up your hamstrings and your glutes for a movement like deadlifts. So try that out. And lastly, you can hold both bands between your legs like this. Dip back into a hip thrust, squeeze your glutes, and pull forward. Squeeze your glutes and pull forward. Another great movement for warming up for deadlifts. So that's the lower body movements that you can do with it. There was like 10 of them there. So I think we're up to like 25, 30 ways to use this. And now I'm gonna show you how to use it to train your upper body. So all I'm gonna do is unclip and clip in like this. And what you also can do, if you want it to be a little bit longer, is you can just unclip like this. So I'm going to show you both. So I'm just sliding this over top of your door, making sure it's secure. Here are the premium texture grip handles. I'm going to just clip in. So if you want it to be easier, this is the lightest resistance. There's almost about 10 pounds of resistance here. It varies the more you pull on it. So this is a great way if you're just starting out or if you're in pain to get moving with the bands. I'm gonna unclip that because I don't think I fit in frame. And I'm just gonna show you some other ways I like to use them. So I'm just gonna use these bands. Since the band's now shorter, this loop will make sure that there's equal tension when you're pulling. It'll kind of auto adjust, which is really nice. But some exercises I like, doing some A's for lat strengthening and scapular stability, doing some T's. Another one, strengthen your rhomboids, your middle trap, all those scapular stabilizers. You can do some Y's. So this is just like you're doing that YMCA song. And then I's are when you have your hands really close together and you go straight up like this. That one's very tough. Another thing you can do is W's. So you're gonna drive your elbows back and go like this. Drive your elbows back and go like this. That's a great exercise for throwers. Work on those external rotators for when you're throwing the ball. You can also do face pulls. So this is very similar to W's. You're just pulling back and strengthening those upper and mid back muscles. Some other movements you can do with this is you can do bicep curls, tricep extensions. You can also clip in a second band for mid rows. So this is a great way to do some mid rows. If you want to make it even harder, this is why this is like one band that like solves all your problems. You can add 3 bands and make it really hard, or even 4 bands. And then that's a lot of tension. So when I said you're replacing your whole entire band stack, you truly are. This product is super dynamic and it allows you to do a lot. One last thing I want to show you with this product is how you can use it for core exercises. So I'm just going to show you some chops. You're going to get down into a kneeling position like this. You're going to pull across your body. This is a great way to strengthen your core. Just progressing down, I'm gonna slide this down, make this middle of the door. One of my favorite core exercises is a Palloff press. I use this all the time in my own training and when I'm working with clients. You're just gonna push forward and back. You're gonna feel your core turn on. This is you resisting the band from pulling you this way. So your core is gonna be working and you're gonna push out and back. If you want to make it harder, add a lift like this, or spell out your name if you want to do something fun. So that's that. You want to do that both ways, so you strengthen both sides. And then the last core variation I'll show you is all the way at the bottom. You're gonna do lifts. So this is gonna be the hardest of the three. And with this, you're gonna be down in a kneeling position, and you're gonna lift up and across. One more. Good. This is great. Strengthen your low back, your glutes, your core, your obliques. These three core exercises are staples of my rehab process when people are trying to strengthen their core or if they have low back pain. One other thing I would really like to do, I'll show you guys these, is I've kind of coined these reverse deadlifts. So you guys are getting like a bonus. We're easily past 40 ways to use these, but maybe even close to 50. Maybe we should make this video 50 ways to do it. But you're just gonna pull down to your knees. Your butt's gonna go back, your shins stay vertical. And with this, the closer you get to the ground, the harder it will be. You'll feel your hamstrings work. It's a great way to get your core activated prior to doing deadlifts. Try all these out. If you have any questions, reach out at garrett@nordic.com. I'd be happy to help you. But this is one of my favorite products we ever made. It's super cheap and it solves all the problems that I've seen over my time as a physical therapist. For just 40 bucks, you can get a whole workout at your gym. It basically replaces a cable column and it has so much versatility. Between one band all the way up to 4, varying this, you can customize your tension and finally with the resistance bands product, own your progress, which is what we were going for. The knock on resistance bands is it's really hard to track your progress, but not anymore because we have that striped strap, 4 different levels, and tons of ways to use them. So I hope you enjoy, but reach out if you have any questions and let me know in the comments what your favorite movement to do with your OmniBands are.